Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Flight Podcast. My name is Jacob Shanker.
And I'm Andrew Thomas.
Shut up and sit down.
The NFL divisionals have wrapped up, and the conference championships are set up for next weekend. So, in this episode, we're going to be briefly going over our reactions to the divisional round and our predictions for the conference championships. Starting off with the Rams-Packers game, it was okay. It wasn't like your classic playoff action. What were your thoughts on it, Jacob?
I mean, it was expected. We expected the Packers to pretty much do really well. I mean, I thought it was going to be a closer game. I didn't think the Packers were going to have such a high scoring game because I thought that Jalen Ramsey would have been able to do better against Devontae Adams. But everyone was wrong because it's obvious that Devontae Adams is just a beast, as he's one of the best wide receivers in the game right now. And he showed out on us on Saturday. So,
Yeah. He
I
showed
mean,
he was the best this season.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, the Rams are just not able to perform as much offensively, and that was really it.
Yep. Their defense was, well, the Packers dropped 32, but they're the best offense in the league. And even though the Rams defense is number one in the league, they couldn't stop Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams, obviously.
Yeah, exactly, and that's something that has been able to show out pretty much the entire year since Aaron Rodgers and that Devontae Adams connection has been so good.
Yep.
But, let's go into the Bills and Ravens game as the Bills won 17-3. So what were your thoughts on that game, Andrew?
Well, the Ravens had a pretty bad game. Lamar Jackson, rushing wise, against a pretty good Bills defense, did really bad. His throwing was okay. He threw an interception, 14 for 24 completion wise. And it was all Bills this game. Stephon Diggs, John Brown with eight catches. That was pretty damn good. But Stephon Diggs, Josh Allen threw more than half of his passing yards to Stephon Diggs, which is ridiculous if you think about it.
Yeah, it is. I mean, I think they are again like with Devonte Adams and Aaron Rodgers, Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs are also one of those best quarterback wide receiver duos that we're seeing and we'll probably see for a few years because they're both still very young. And I don't think a lot of people expected them to have such a great connection so fast because in their first year, Stephon Diggs broke the receiving yards record for the Bills, and Josh Allen broke the passing touchdown and passing yard record for the Bills. So it's a huge year for both of them, and it showed out again and again, like we saw last week, like we're seeing this week with the Bills. And I mean, it's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do next week. But I mean, it was unfortunate for the Ravens since Lamar Jackson did have a concussion. I mean, I didn't. It's just really sad to see him go out like that with such a great ending to his year, but it wasn't that great right now.
Oh,
And then obviously he threw that pick six, which spiraled out of here. But yeah, I mean, it was just a great win overall for the Bills.
yep. Bad game for the Ravens.
Hmm.
Let's head on to the Browns and Chiefs game, which was closer than I expected. But the big takeaway from this was Patrick Mahomes. He has a concussion, and I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet, but I'm not sure if he's questionable for next week, if he's not playing. But I don't think anything's come out on that yet. But it's not looking really good because he took a really hard hit.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've been hearing, he's planning to play next week, which is a very good sign because, like you said, he did have a really big hit in that game. But I mean, it was surprisingly towards the end. I mean, we had Chad Henne who was able to secure the win for the Chiefs because the Browns somehow were close to winning this game. It was not by a big margin that the Chiefs won, and that's because Patrick Mahomes had to leave the game early. But
Yep.
that closing few plays that Chad Henne was able to do, running in the ball for a 4th and 1, and then throwing the ball to Tyreek Hill to secure the first down. Um, so it was just a great effort. I think the MVP of this game is Andy Reid, just for him,
Yeah.
this play calling, just the entire game.
Yep. And also consistency on the Chiefs end. Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelsey, 8 receptions. Tyreek Hill at 110 yards. Travis Kelsey at 109 yards. That's what you call complete split.
Exactly. Yeah, they have one of, if not the best offense in the league. We've seen it
Yep.
in the regular season. We're seeing it again here as they played their first game in the playoffs. And I mean, I think it we'll go into our predictions later on about what I think about the Chiefs, but if Patrick Mahomes is going to play and he can play well, it's looking really good for the Chiefs.
Yep. Another repeat year, hopefully.
Hopefully. But let's go into the Bucks and the Saints. Um, I was a bit surprised by this. What do you think, Andrew?
I was also a little surprised. I was mainly surprised about the fact that Drew Brees threw for 3 interceptions. Alvin Kamara had a decent game. He rushed for 85 yards. Michael Thomas, though, 0 catches. Drew Brees threw 19 completions. Michael Thomas didn't have a single catch. That's Michael Thomas has the NFL record for NFL catches in a season, and he couldn't get any in this game.
It's disappointing.
It's extremely disappointing, but I got to give it up to the GOAT. He did it again, and I'm not going to lie to you. He definitely has a big chance of going to the Super Bowl again at 43.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'll go into my predictions later on when the Bucs play the Packers. But just for this game in itself, I mean, yeah, it was a great effort by the Bucs overall. That Bucs offense is really able to just pull through the entire game and just consistently do well. Like you said, Tom Brady was really able to show why he's the best of all time,
Yeah,
getting a rushing touchdown, two passing touchdowns, just a great overall game for him and the Bucs. And yeah, Drew Brees did not have a great game, which could have potentially been his last game of
likely going
his
to be his last
career.
game,
Yeah, so
unfortunately.
it's sad to see one of the best players of all time go out like that with three interceptions.
Yep.
And I think it was just a lot of the players are just not playing what they could have been, right? Alvin Kamara did fine, could have done better though. Michael Thomas did not do well. Like you said, he got no catches the entire
Terrible.
game. And I mean, the MVP of this game is surprising. Well, for the Saints, the best player of the game for the Saints at least was Jameis Winston.
Yep.
Somehow,
61.
one throw, 56-yard touchdown. So it was just great for him because that was the best player they've had that game.
Yep.
But
And
great
the
win,
Bucks MVP was probably Leonard Fournette.
probably either that or Tom Brady. But it was just a great win for the Bucs, and it's going to be interesting to see them play against the Packers.
Yep. Speaking of that game, let's head into our predictions.
For the Bucs and the Packers game. Um, why don't you give yours first, Andrew?
All right. Mine, if Aaron Rodgers is going up against a Bucks defense that is good rushing but isn't great passing, I'm going to take Aaron Rodgers any day, all day, wherever. At Lambeau Field as well. That's going to be really hard for the Bucks.
Yeah, I definitely got Packers on this one 100% because I thought, I mean, just from last week, it kind of secured my feeling. I mean, I know that the Packers were going to win that game. I just know that how they were going to play that game was going to decide if they were going to be able to go to the Super Bowl.
Yep.
And I think it's 100% that they will go to the Super Bowl because not only do the Rams have great rushing defense, but they have great passing defense. They are a top three defense in the league, right? And that amazing defensive line with Aaron Donald was pretty much not able to do anything against Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones, and the passing defense, like we talked about before. Jalen Ramsey was not able to stop Devontae Adams. He was just
The whole time.
everywhere. Robert Tonyan was pretty much able to catch everything that entire game.
Yep.
So you really can't stop anybody on that team. And like you said, the Bucks defense is much worse than the Rams. Even though it's good, it's much worse. So and the Packers defense isn't great either. So this is just going to be a game of who can score the most.
Yep. And even though the Bucks do have a lot of assets, it's Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams. I'm going to keep saying that again and again.
Best quarterback and best one of the best wide receivers, if not the best wide receiver this season.
Yep. Now let's head to the next game, Chiefs Bills. I got the Chiefs, especially if Mahomes is playing 100%. I think Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs. Josh Allen's a little too young, in my opinion. He needs a little more experience. He's had a great season, but I think that the defending Super Bowl champions are going to head back to the Super Bowl again.
I think if Mahomes is going to play, it's probably going to be the Chiefs, but I'd still not bet out on the Bills. I still think that Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs will do well like they've been doing this entire year, but I think if Patrick Mahomes plays, the Chiefs will just be able to score more because that's what they've been
Yep,
able to do. But if Patrick Mahomes doesn't play, then I think the Bills will go to the Super Bowl because Patrick Mahomes is the most influential players in the entire league, right?
that
So
is true.
and the quarterback position is just such an influential position. I mean, I think that Andy Reid will not be able to coach Chad Henne so well or do so well for the entire game. They were able to do really well towards the last few minutes of the game to secure the dub, but that second half, the Chiefs just could not get anything. They got a field goal and that was it. So they just got lucky that game. They really
Yep.
did.
Yeah, yeah, that is true.
Yeah. So it's all going to depend on Patrick Mahomes in this game and his health.
Yeah, that's true. Now I'm thinking about that. Yeah.
Yep. That's all for today, everyone.
Feel free to comment down below what your thoughts were on the divisional round and if you agree with our predictions.
Tune in to the next episode on Friday. See you guys next time.